Okay, it's your update from Weather Outlook, and it's Wednesday, September 24th. We have some rain out there, and I also had some time today, and I was able to take a look at the threat along the eastern seaboard next week, and I also kind of looked at where the possibilities or how it could snow towards the end of the month for some people. And so we're going to get into it a little bit because I had a little time today. And we got rain right now scattered all over the state. There's been some downpours, and again, I had a few of them here where I'm located. And as you can see, as we go through the nighttime hours, this takes you to around midnight. They're scattered, and the main crux of the heaviest rain is over Delaware and South Jersey. And then you see these things. This is right here around 2 in the morning. Pretty heavy line going through here. If you're heading to Atlantic City or outside of Philadelphia, you have to watch it. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, a more substantial band of rain starts to come through. It's about 4 in the morning tomorrow, Thursday. And as you can see, it moves through. This is around 7 a.m. Here's 8. And you can see there is some embedded heavier rain here around 9. Here's a line out here of thunderstorms. I'm sure there are thunderstorms out there. So expect some rumbles of thunder, some heavier downpours. This is around 10 o'clock in the morning. Here's 11, and here's 12. And as you can see during the day, it moves across. And then, as normal in the afternoon, it tries to develop a little line here. It's around 4 o'clock. Here's 5 o'clock, and you can see them moving through. And then finally, as we get to, oh, this is around midnight, you can see them beginning to move off the coast. If you're wondering how much rain we get, well, we're about an inch, inch and a half is probably the most from now until Thursday night. We had some heavier bands through here earlier today, but right now that's kind of where it looks like it's going to be. And here's your heavier rain that I showed you. That was going to be in Jersey. Could be an inch, inch and a half down there. And then there's some heavier rain out here in western PA. Don't be surprised if I see 2 inches out that way before this is all said and done with. Starting this out around around noontime on Monday, the 29th. You can see down here there are two storms. I'm not sure what their names are going to be, if they're going to be named, but they're going to get. I think one of them is going to turn into definitely into a hurricane. And as you can see by this map, there's two of them right here. This one here is going to have a tendency to pull this one away from the coast. And as you can see, rough surf along the coast here, some probably high winds along the coast. But here's your biggest one up here. This one kind of loses what it's got going, and then this one starts to move north. And as you can see, then it kind of just moves away. There are some models that bring it in closer, but that's kind of what it looks like early next week going on. If you're wondering about wind, like I said, stronger the storms is the first one out here to the right, and that one will be pushed out. And as you can see, there's some wind. I'm sure there'll be rip tides, high tides, some gusty winds. As you can see back here in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, the gusts are in the teens, but it could be a little stronger right along the coast of Delaware and Jersey here, where they could get in that 20 to 30 mile an hour gust range as that moves away. And between now and next Wednesday, as you can see, heavy rains lie right along the coast here in North Carolina, Virginia. Here's our storms that we've got coming through the next couple of days. But the hurricane itself, you can see the strongest of the winds will be out here when it gets named a hurricane at some point. And then again, that other smaller one that's down here will deliver some heavier rains out here off the Carolina coast here. So we got to keep an eye on this and see who wins the battle here. But that's what it looks like right now. Now, I've been studying this. This is around the 23rd. You can see there is some snow showers here. Now, there's going to be a rain event along the coast here. But I think at the tail end of it, it could possibly, and again, this is a long way away, but it could possibly turn to some snow in the Laurel Highlands and up north here, northern up towards Warren, up towards Bradford area. It could turn into a little bit of snow, but anything that would fall would go away pretty quick. But we just got to keep an eye on it. This is the snow that some people have been talking about, and that I mentioned it would be in the middle of the month, but it looks like it might be a little later on before it really kicks in. So that's kind of where it looks right now. And so those are the things I've been able to study up on today. All right, so everybody take care and be safe out there. I won't be back on until Friday. All right, everybody take care and be safe.